Have you ever noticed how some people suddenly seem to shine in a different way, without anyone being able to explain exactly why? As if something had changed in them, a presence that arouses glances, admiration, and curiosity, even without effort. What if I told you that this transformation has a purpose, an invisible touch that reflects something much deeper? Today, we're going to unveil how a divine connection can change your appearance, without anyone realizing the real reason. Ready to discover the secret of this transformation? Let's talk about something you may have already felt or observed in yourself. A subtle but powerful change that occurs when you begin to connect with a greater energy. It's as if your presence is suddenly noticed in a different way. People around you begin to look at you with a kind of silent admiration, trying to understand what has changed, but unable to explain exactly what they see. This transformation arouses curiosity, but it's not something that can be measured. It's a change that transcends what is physical. This feeling of something new in you, of a different vibration, happens because true transformation begins from within. When you allow yourself to listen to the voice of the Spirit and your own soul, an inner journey is activated. It's a call that echoes throughout your being, awakening qualities, aligning energies, and purifying thoughts. This is the kind of change that goes far beyond a change of appearance. It's a realignment of essence. And over time, this radiance that comes from your own connection begins to reflect externally, even if no one can say exactly how or why. It's almost as if a new aura envelops you, making the invisible visible. People who didn't notice you before now feel drawn to your presence, and even those who already know you notice a new vibration. This change is linked to something much greater than ego or vanity. It is the reflection of an awakening, of an expanded consciousness that illuminates, warms, and touches the hearts of those who approach you. And little by little, without even realizing it, you transmit a feeling of peace, of welcome, which is recognized by the eyes and felt by the souls of others. You may even wonder what's going on. After all, what has really changed? This is a common question for those in the process, because spiritual transformation affects us in such a profound way that it can seem like a mystery even to ourselves. Little by little, you realize that everything around you responds differently to your presence, from the way people look at you to the way they feel around you. This change happens without you needing approval or an explanation, because it is actually the manifestation of something divine. Basically, what happens is that this inner energy transforms you from the inside out. It is reflected in your gaze, your expressions, and above all, in your energy field. The people around you feel something different, a comfort, a natural admiration, but they can't explain it. The transformation, rather than being displayed, is something subtle and therefore deeply genuine, like a silent call that everyone perceives but few can define in words. In fact, what is revealed externally is only a reflection of a deeper change, an invitation to look beyond what is visible and feel a presence that speaks in subtle ways. When we talk about this change that reflects God's presence in your appearance, we are talking about something sacred and deeply personal that touches your soul in a unique way. It's as if, by making space for the divine, you become a channel of light, a living expression of the love and wisdom that comes from something much greater. This connection becomes part of who you are, not just a belief or a concept. And the interesting thing is that, however much people perceive this transformation, it remains a mystery, because this presence is not defined by words or rational explanations. Imagine that your life is like a blank canvas, and that this connection with the divine is adding colors, filling each space with deeper meanings. What once seemed dull now takes on a new tone, a glow that emerges from your being. This reflection of God in your appearance is not about physical perfection. It's about a sense of completeness, of purpose. The lines of your face, your gaze, everything begins to communicate a story of transformation and growth, which others feel in their hearts, even if they don't know exactly what touches them. This presence, silent and powerful, awakens a sense of security and peace. It's as if the people around you, by being in your presence, feel that they are closer to something essential. You may not realize it right away, But by cultivating this connection, you become a kind of anchor of light for those around you. God manifests himself in a subtle yet vibrant way, transforming your being into a reflection of what is loving, true, and eternal. Those who come close to you end up being touched by this energy, even without realizing it. This transformation that reveals the divine presence in you is not an external search, it is an internal acceptance. By making space for the sacred within you, you realize that change doesn't happen because you want to appear better to others, but because you truly want to live in line with your purest essence. That's why this presence seems to envelop you completely. It's as if everything that isn't essential begins to dissolve, leaving only what is true and eternal. And the more you align yourself with this presence, the more it is reflected in your appearance, in your posture, in the way you walk through the world. God becomes part of your countenance, something that doesn't require words to understand. This radiance is an invitation to what comes from deep within and becomes visible to everyone, without any effort. And by becoming a reflection of this presence, you also become a point of light, capable of illuminating yourself and others, even if you don't want to. When you go through a process of spiritual elevation, something magical happens. Body and soul align in a way that for many is difficult to understand. Your energy begins to vibrate at a higher frequency, and this vibration is reflected in every aspect of who you are. It's not just your insides that change. Your body also responds to this transformation, as if every cell is tuned to a new frequency. It's a profound change, because your whole being begins to express this new attunement, this communion with a greater energy. Spiritual elevation acts like medicine for the soul, clearing away layers of pain, trauma, and even limiting beliefs that previously weighed down your body. Think about how feelings of sadness or fear make the body tense, curved, and even dull. With spiritual elevation, the opposite happens. The body becomes lighter, the countenance more serene, the posture more upright, as if you were more aware of your presence, more self-assured. Every movement, every gesture becomes an expression of your inner peace. And this lightness, this softness, is felt by those around you. This internal transformation generates a renewed energy that naturally shows on your face, in your gaze, and in your posture. It's as if you're carrying a new vitality, a glow that can't be extinguished. The eyes, in particular, reflect much of this transformation. They become brighter, more serene, as if you were in contact with something very deep and true. Many people describe this as a sparkle in the eyes, a kind of light that seems to come from within, and that communicates a lot without the need for words. In addition, spiritual elevation also teaches us to look after the body with more care and attention, respecting it as the sacred temple that it is. You begin to listen to your body's needs, to value rest, to choose foods and practices that nourish this new energy. Your appearance changes because you now look after it with the same dedication that you look after your spirit. Everything you consume, everything you think, everything you feel, influences your physical and spiritual state. And by balancing these aspects, your own presence becomes harmonious, radiating this inner peace. Thus, the transformation of body and soul is not something that happens in a forced or superficial way. It is a natural reflection of your spiritual awakening. Each step you take towards your own truth strengthens this connection, and the deeper your alignment, the more your energy rises. It's a continuous cycle. By nourishing your soul, you transform your body, and by taking care of your body, you honor your soul. And this harmony begins to impact your life in a way that goes far beyond what the eye can see. When you start to shine from the inside out, attracting glances without any effort, that's living proof that something profound has happened. This glow is not limited to the physical aspect. It is actually a magnetic force that comes from your essence. It's as if, when you enter an environment, you are a light that illuminates everything around you and people notice even if they can't explain why. This magnetic energy comes from the inner peace and security that you have cultivated throughout your process of self-knowledge and spiritual elevation. This magnetism is not something you consciously control. On the contrary, it flows naturally because it is the result of a genuine state of mind. When you are in tune with who you really are and the divine purpose that guides you, every aspect of you begins to radiate this harmony, and people feel this vibration from afar. It's as if you were on a different frequency, which arouses admiration, curiosity, and even a desire to be close to you. It's a deep connection that you share with everyone who crosses your path, without having to say a word. Interestingly, this glow attracts people not just because of your appearance, but because of what they feel in your presence. It's as if you convey comfort, security, and the feeling that everything is going to be all right. Often, people are attracted to you because, without even knowing it, they are looking for something that you have found: inner peace. And when they see you, when they are next to you, they feel a fragment of that peace and are touched by it. This attraction is something pure, that doesn't depend on vanity or a conscious intention. It is simply there, as a reflection of your energy and state of mind. What's more, by vibrating at a high frequency, you become a mirror for others, reflecting the best in them. It's as if your energy reveals to those around you the potential for peace, joy, and love that exists within everyone. People then feel welcomed, recognized, and inspired. They come closer because they find in you a reflection of what, on some level, they also want to experience in themselves. Your radiance becomes a reminder that this peace and light is available to everyone. This magnetism is a gift that comes without pretense, as a consequence of your own alignment. And it is precisely this authenticity, this effortless love, that makes you even more captivating. It's not a glow that disappears with time or circumstances, because it comes from an infinite source, from something that transcends the physical. And by experiencing this connection on such a deep level, you become not only a magnetic presence, but a true inspiration to everyone around you, illuminating paths that don't always need to be explained. There comes a point on the spiritual journey when inner peace actually becomes your best appearance. It's not something that can only be seen with the eyes, but that everyone feels when they're around you. This peace reflects a state of balance, of acceptance of yourself and the world around you. You begin to exude a serenity that cannot be bought or won with physical beauty. It is only achieved by those who, little by little, discover the value of living in harmony with themselves. This peace is actually a treasure, something that changes your expression and the way you interact with the world. When you achieve this peace, the need to prove yourself to others or to follow standards disappears. Your countenance changes, your posture becomes more relaxed, and you begin to convey a serene, unpretentious, but absolutely powerful confidence. And it is this confidence that enchants, that arouses curiosity and admiration. People are attracted to you because they see that you have found something that is not lost to time or circumstances. They notice that this tranquility comes from a deep place, and this inspires them to look for something similar in their own lives. Over time, you realize that this inner peace transforms even your relationship with yourself. Every day, every moment, every glance in the mirror becomes a celebration of your journey, without the pressure to live up to external expectations. It's a freedom so intense that it reflects itself in your expression, in your smile. And, without realizing it, you begin to show the world that your true beauty is this peace that no challenge, no problem can shake. This state of mind becomes your best appearance, the one that really communicates who you are. The peace you cultivate internally also resonates in your gaze. When someone meets your eyes, they perceive they're a safe haven, a calm certainty that everything is ultimately in its right place. That look reflects your trust in life, your acceptance of cycles and processes, and that's what really shines through. There is no makeup, hairstyle, or outfit that can reproduce this authenticity, this depth. Your eyes become windows that reveal a truth that cannot be expressed in words, but which is perceived and felt by those who come close. And so, by becoming the living manifestation of this peace, you become an invitation for others to also find this serenity within themselves. Your presence is a reminder that true beauty is a matter of being in harmony with your own essence, of living in a way that is aligned with your soul. This peace, which once seemed unattainable, becomes a silent message, inspiring everyone around you to look within themselves for a reflection of the same light that now shines in you. When you achieve a genuine connection with the divine and cultivate an unshakable inner peace, a light begins to radiate from you, a light that doesn't ask to be noticed but which is impossible to ignore. This radiance that transcends the physical is a reflection of a spiritual truth, the divine essence within you manifesting itself in the outside world. The people around you pick up on this light in a subtle way, sometimes without even realizing it, but they are impacted by what they feel when they are in your presence. It's not something that can be explained with words. It's a perception that touches the heart in a silent and welcoming way. This light that emanates from you doesn't come from an action or a conscious effort. It arises naturally, like a flame that ignites deep within your soul and illuminates everything around you. When your energy vibrates at a higher frequency, this light shines more brightly, like a lantern in the midst of darkness. And unlike the light that dazzles or seeks attention, this is a soft light that welcomes and soothes. It's the kind of presence that inspires trust, that makes people feel safe and understood. The origin of this glow lies in your connection to something greater, something that transcends matter and appearances. When you align yourself with your spiritual essence, allowing the divine presence to work through you, every aspect of your existence becomes a reflection of this harmony. It's as if your soul transmits a silent message, a presence that says to the world, "I am at peace. I am complete." And this integrity, this completeness, is felt so strongly that words become unnecessary. You become a channel of light and peace in your own right. This light that you radiate without explanation is something that cannot be manufactured. It comes from a deep place, from a truth that manifests itself through you and that doesn't ask for recognition. And it is precisely this humility and naturalness that makes this light so special. Its secret lies in its purity, in its lack of pretension. It's a light that shines, not to be seen, but because it's its nature to shine. The more you align yourself with your essence and with the divine, the more this light strengthens, touching those around you, awakening in them what is most true. It is this silent light, which needs no explanation, that brings a sense of security and familiarity to those who cross your path. Without knowing exactly what it is, people feel in you a space of welcome and peace, a reflection of the light they themselves can find in their hearts. Little by little, this presence begins to inspire, to be a reminder that we all have this inner light just waiting to shine. There is something unique and sacred about the transformation you experience when you connect with the divine. As a chosen one, you experience a change that is profound and at the same time silent, revealing itself so naturally that it doesn't even need to be explained. This transformation doesn't seek explanations because it completes itself as a reflection of your spiritual journey. You become a new version of yourself, marked by peace, balance, and a light that speaks for you, without the need to justify or prove anything to anyone. That's the nature of true change. It doesn't require external acceptance, because its validity is rooted in your own experience. And that's why others feel, but don't fully understand, the depth of this transformation. They can see the sparkle in your eyes, the magnetism in your presence, and the calm you radiate, but they can't define what has really changed. Your transformation is an expression of your alignment with something greater, and that, in itself, speaks more than any explanation could. The journey of the chosen ones is unique precisely because it is an intimate experience with the divine. With every step you take towards this deeper connection, something in you adjusts, finds a new place, a new vibration. The peace you find along this path becomes your best answer to any question or curiosity that comes from others. Those who are also walking their own path intuitively recognize their transformation, because truth has a universal language that speaks directly to the soul. This transformation, free of explanations, carries a freedom that many seek. You let go of the need for approval, to live up to external expectations or to justify yourself. You simply are, and that's enough. Your journey becomes a silent invitation for others to also seek this connection with their own essence, without rushing to understand or explain the process. Those who allow themselves to observe her light end up being touched by it, and little by little discover in themselves the potential to experience a similar transformation. In this way, her presence becomes a message that true change comes from within, from a deep relationship with the divine that is revealed in the little things and in the way we are in the world. There is no need for explanation, because this journey is felt and lived in every moment, and is perceived by the peace you carry with you. This subtle transformation, which transcends appearance, speaks in a way that touches hearts, planting seeds of awakening in those who cross your path, inspiring them to find in themselves that same light that you now radiate. And so, the transformation of the chosen ones is a mystery that needs no explanation, because it is felt, experienced, and radiated in silence. Every step you take towards this connection with the divine makes you a light, a presence that inspires and illuminates, just by existing in your truth. If you feel this call, if something in this message resonated with your soul, know that you too carry this light and that your radiance can transform the world around you. Subscribe to the channel to follow this journey of self-discovery. Leave your like so that this message reaches more hearts, and share it with those who also seek this peace and transformation. Comment below on what touched you most in this video. Your experience is important to all of us. Thank you so much for being here until the end and for being part of this community. May your light always shine.